Hi, in this project we are going to see how blockchain can be used as a technology in the pharmaceutical industry for drug trackability. The supply chain here shows how a drug produced at the manufacturing unit is processed and sent to the wholesaler and to the retailer or the pharmacist and ultimately reaches the patient. The blockchain helps by recording the data about the drug at every unit where it moves. So, for example, the manufacturer can create a unique ID for the drug and register that information in the blockchain network. And next, when the drug moves to the wholesaler, or when the batch lot of the drugs moves to the wholesaler unit adds more information of that drug and submits that information into the network again. And this process continues for every unit in the chain. And finally, we have a complete, detailed recorded information of the drug at its endpoint, that is the patient. Now, in this project, we are using 4 units, but in real time, there can be more than 4 or several units that are part of the supply chain. Each unit has a website of its own, and the drug information is submitted through the individual websites. These sites are connected to each other like a blockchain network node or the blockchain network nodes along with their minor nodes. So let us quickly see the 4 sites. So first we have a manufacturing site where they can register a product. Like for example, they could enter the batch code and then they can enter some ID for the drug. We'll call it GTIN2 and then the product name and some description. Then they can say give the manufacturing date and the expiry date. Then you have the manufacturing ID and manufacturing name. And with this information they can create, and it is not necessary that this is the only information, but using our program you can expand to have more details for every product that can be registered at every unit. So once the items are registered, we mine the process. That means the miners are now actively participating in creating a hash code, and then you can see that the miner did create a hash code, and this is our latest one, the GTN2. So, and earlier we did one other record for GTN1. So we are showing you how we can do for more than one product here. So this is the product number 2. Now if you go to my products, you have 2 products from the manufacturer. Now from the manufacturer, the drug moves to the uh, wholesaler. So here we have our producer or the wholesaler, and now again we're saying going to say batch code 2 and GTN2 and some dosage information uh, about the drug, or then you can say about, you can have more information here regarding the drug, and it's not necessary that the information should go only in the uh, wholesaler unit, but it can also come from the manufacturing unit. But this is just an example and a model. um, okay, and then we create the information for this batch code. So it's once it is registered, you could say mine, and you can also say update my chain. Then it will show you the full chain here. As you can see, earlier we had the GTN1, but now for GTN2 you have 2 records, the 5 and the 6. So the second one has actually recorded your information about the producer's information, that is your product name and other details. So if you're going to see our my products, you can see how the details about the product composition and and the product dosage is recorded for us. Then from the wholesaler, the the drug moves to the retailer. So we're going to the retailer side, or the pharmacist is also known as a retailer, and and once again here for the same batch code, this time we'll call it 2, and So we mine it and show here our new recipient for the retailer. Okay, and then the next, go and look into our updated chain. We have our retailer information that has just added here. Then finally, it is the patient. The patient registration of the patient need not happen at the patient's end. It can happen at the pharmacist end, where the patient information can be supplied by provided by the pharmacist, but then it can also come from the patient. And once again, we're going to change it to 2, so we're going to see different records. These don't have to be separate patterns, but they can be part of your programming code. But just we have added this in order to show its functioning. So now we have the consumer information, and then they go to my products. You can see the consumer information here about the patient 1 and the patient 2, what are the products and drugs that they bought and when. So now any patient can go and track the record, track the drug product. Say for example GTN1. Here is my information about the GTN1. Or this is information about the GTN2 that we just added. So in this way, your blockchain can be used in a pharmaceutical industry, and the project what we are showing here is not limited to just this, but can be expanded in all units and can have several units apart from just 4 units that we showed here. And the items that you're going to capture at every unit can be more than 4 again, once again. So that's about this blockchain project. If you have any questions, please contact us. Thank you.